Ready.
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 Prepared or in a state of readiness, eager or willing.
预备好的，愿意的，即刻的。
Make sure you are ready by 8 o'clock.
Make sure you are ready by 8 o'clock.
The actors were ready to take their final bows.
The actors were ready to take their final bows.
The team was ready to face their toughest challenge yet.
The team was ready to face their toughest challenge yet.
Interest.
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 Interest or curiosity in something, a financial charge for borrowed money.
兴趣、利息、影响。
His interest in ancient history is quite remarkable.
His interest in ancient history is quite remarkable.
Investing in stocks is a way to earn interest on your money.
Investing in stocks is a way to earn interest on your money.
His lack of interest in the project was apparent.
His lack of interest in the project was apparent.
Passenger.
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 A person traveling in a vehicle but not operating it.
乘客、旅客、载客。
The passenger next to me talked throughout the flight.
The passenger next to me talked throughout the flight.
The airport is always bustling with passengers during the holidays.
The airport is always bustling with passengers during the holidays.
The train passenger found her seat next to the window.
The train passenger found her seat next to the window.
Currency.
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 The money that is used in a particular country.
货币、通货、货币单位。
Different countries use different forms of currency.
Different countries use different forms of currency.
Understanding the local currency is crucial when traveling abroad.
Understanding the local currency is crucial when traveling abroad.
The ancient currency was displayed in the museum.
The ancient currency was displayed in the museum.
Include.
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 To contain as part of something, to consider as part of a group.
包括、涵盖、包含在内。
The recipe includes a cup of sugar and 2 eggs.
The recipe includes a cup of sugar and 2 eggs.
Don't forget to include your address on the application.
Don't forget to include your address on the application.
The study includes an analysis of the data collected.
The study includes an analysis of the data collected.
Minimum.
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 The smallest amount or degree possible.
最小量、最低限度、最少数量。
The minimum age for this job is 18.
The minimum age for this job is 18.
The minimum requirement for this course is a basic understanding of English.
The minimum requirement for this course is a basic understanding of English.
Please keep noise to a minimum during the performance.
Please keep noise to a minimum during the performance.
Cat.
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 A small domesticated carnivorous mammal with fur, a short snout, and retractile claws.
猫，猫科动物，爱好者。
My cat loves to sleep in the sun.
My cat loves to sleep in the sun.
The cat curled up in its favorite spot by the window.
The cat curled up in its favorite spot by the window.
The cat prowled through the garden, hunting for mice.
The cat prowled through the garden, hunting for mice.
Fight.
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 To engage in a physical conflict or struggle, to strive to overcome.
战斗、争斗、努力对抗。
The two brothers would often fight over toys.
The two brothers would often fight over toys.
They decided to fight the decision in court.
They decided to fight the decision in court.
The countries will fight to protect their interests.
The countries will fight to protect their interests.
Slide.
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 To move smoothly along a surface, a decline or decrease.
滑动、幻灯片、溜梯。
Kids love to slide down the hill on a sled.
Kids love to slide down the hill on a sled.
Be careful not to slide on the icy sidewalk.
Be careful not to slide on the icy sidewalk.
Be careful when you slide the glass door open.
Be careful when you slide the glass door open.
Apart.
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 Separated by a distance or by time, not together.
分开、相距，除此以外。
The two friends grew apart after college.
The two friends grew apart after college.
The apartment is just apart from the main road.
The apartment is just apart from the main road.
They lived just a block apart from each other.
They live just a block apart from each other.
Wait.
Weight.
Weight.
The amount something weighs, the heaviness of an object.
重量、体重、重要性。
Losing weight can be a challenge for many people.
Losing weight can be a challenge for many people.
He lifted weights at the gym every other day.
He lifted weights at the gym every other day.
The package's weight exceeded the limit for standard shipping.
The package's weight exceeded the limit for standard shipping.
Population.
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 The total number of people living in a particular area.
人口、居民总数、特定群体。
The population of the city has increased significantly.
The population of the city has increased significantly.
A large population of the birds migrates south each winter.
A large population of the birds migrates south each winter.
The growing population demands more resources.
The growing population demands more resources.
Technical.
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 Relating to the practical application of scientific knowledge.
技术的、技巧的、专业的。
He's responsible for the technical support in our office.
He's responsible for the technical support in our office.
This issue requires a technical solution.
This issue requires a technical solution.
He published a technical paper on the subject.
He published a technical paper on the subject.
Speed.
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 The rate at which someone or something moves or operates.
速度、迅速、速率。
The speed limit in this area is 55 miles per hour.
The speed limit in this area is 55 miles per hour.
She loves the speed of her new computer.
She loves the speed of her new computer.
The car gained speed as it went downhill.
The car gained speed as it went downhill.
Transfer.
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 To move from one place to another, to change position or ownership.
转移、调运、转账。
You need to transfer your data to the new system.
You need to transfer your data to the new system.
Transfer the cake to a wire rack to cool.
Transfer the cake to a wire rack to cool.
You need to transfer your old phone's data to the new one.
You need to transfer your old phone's data to the new one.
Hour.
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 A period of 60 minutes, a specific time during the day.
小时、钟点、时间段。
We spent an hour talking about old times.
We spent an hour talking about old times.
The museum is open 24 hours a day.
The museum is open 24 hours a day.
He arrived an hour before the meeting to prepare.
He arrived an hour before the meeting to prepare.
Working.
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 Engaged in a job or activity for payment.
工作的、劳动的、运作中的。
She's been working late every night this week.
She's been working late every night this week.
Working conditions in the factory have improved.
Working conditions in the factory have improved.
Her working hypothesis was soon proven correct.
Her working hypothesis was soon proven correct.
Feed.
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 To give food to supply with nourishment.
喂养、供给、满足需求。
Feed the dog twice a day to keep him healthy.
Feed the dog twice a day to keep him healthy.
Birds feed their young with whatever they can find.
Birds feed their young with whatever they can find.
Feed your curiosity by reading more about the topic.
Feed your curiosity by reading more about the topic.
Describe.
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 To give a detailed account of, to characterize verbally.
描述、描绘、详细说明。
Can you describe the person who talked to you?
Can you describe the person who talked to you?
Describe your feelings at that moment.
Describe your feelings at that moment.
He can describe the scene in great detail.
He can describe the scene in great detail.
Born.
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 Having come into existence, having been given birth to.
出生、诞生、形成。
He was born in a small village.
He was born in a small village.
Many famous artists were born in Italy.
Many famous artists were born in Italy.
The idea was born out of necessity.
The idea was born out of necessity.
Hot.
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 Having a high temperature, very popular or successful.
热的、辣的、热情的。
The soup is too hot to eat right now.
The soup is too hot to eat right now.
Be careful with the hot sauce, it's very spicy.
Be careful with the hot sauce, it's very spicy.
The hot topic of the meeting was the upcoming merger.
The hot topic of the meeting was the upcoming merger.
Illustrate.
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 To make something clear or understandable through examples, as in drawings.
说明、阐明、做图解。
This diagram illustrates how the machine works.
This diagram illustrates how the machine works.
Use examples to illustrate your point.
Use examples to illustrate your point.
These charts illustrate the growth trends over the past decade.
These charts illustrate the growth trends over the past decade.
Score.
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 The total points or goals achieved in a game, to evaluate.
分数、得分、评分。
She scored the highest in the class on the test.
She scored the highest in the class on the test.
The team hoped to score a victory.
The team hoped to score a victory.
The game ended with a final score of 3-1.
The game ended with a final score of 3-1.
Mode.
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 A particular way or method of doing something.
方式、模式、风格。
The mode of transportation greatly affects travel time.
The mode of transportation greatly affects travel time.
Airplane mode is a useful feature on your phone.
Airplane mode is a useful feature on your phone.
Switching the device into airplane mode will disable its wireless communications.
Switching the device into airplane mode will disable its wireless communications.
Punishment.
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 A penalty for a wrongdoing, harsh treatment.
惩罚、处罚、刑罚。
Punishment for the crime includes a fine and community service.
Punishment for the crime includes a fine and community service.
The punishment did not fit the crime.
The punishment did not fit the crime.
The novel explores themes of crime and punishment.
The novel explores themes of crime and punishment.
Sausage.
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 A type of meat product usually made from ground meat, salt, and spices.
香肠、肠衣肉制品。
I prefer my sausage with mustard.
I prefer my sausage with mustard.
Sausage can be made from a variety of meats.
Sausage can be made from a variety of meats.
He's making sausage in the kitchen.
He's making sausage in the kitchen.
Sandwich.
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 2 slices of bread with meat, cheese, or other fillings between them.
三明治、加馅面包。
She ordered a ham sandwich for lunch.
She ordered a ham sandwich for lunch.
A sandwich is perfect for a quick lunch.
A sandwich is perfect for a quick lunch.
For lunch, I'll have a turkey sandwich, please.
For lunch, I'll have a turkey sandwich, please.
Confused.
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 Unable to think clearly or to understand, perplexed.
困惑的、糊涂的、迷惑的。
I was confused by the ending of the movie.
I was confused by the ending of the movie.
He was confused about the directions.
He was confused about the directions.
The instructions left me confused and frustrated.
The instructions left me confused and frustrated.
Average.
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 The sum divided by the number of units, typical or normal amount.
平均值，一般而言，平均水平。
The average temperature in July is 85 degrees.
The average temperature in July is 85 degrees.
On average, we receive 100 emails a day.
On average, we receive 100 emails a day.
Her test scores were above average.
Her test scores were above average.
Also.
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 In addition, to.
也，同样的，还。
She also needs to sign the document.
She also needs to sign the document.
She also mentioned that she would be late.
She also mentioned that she would be late.
She also volunteers on weekends.
She also volunteers on weekends.
Manufacturing.
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 The process of making goods by manual labor or machinery.
制造、生产、制造业。
Manufacturing plays a crucial role in the economy.
Manufacturing plays a crucial role in the economy.
The country is known for its car manufacturing.
The country is known for its car manufacturing.
The decline in manufacturing jobs has impacted the economy.
The decline in manufacturing jobs has impacted the economy.
Output.
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 The amount of something that is produced.
产量、输出、产出。
The output of the factory has doubled this year.
The output of the factory has doubled this year.
The company's output has been decreasing.
The company's output has been decreasing.
The artist's output includes paintings and sculptures.
The artist's output includes paintings and sculptures.
Piano.
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 A musical instrument with keys that you press to produce sound.
钢琴、钢琴音乐、钢琴的。
She's been taking piano lessons since she was 5.
She's been taking piano lessons since she was 5.
The piano needs tuning.
The piano needs tuning.
Learning to play the piano can improve cognitive skills.
Learning to play the piano can improve cognitive skills.
Otherwise.
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 Under other circumstances, if not.
否则，要不然，在其他方面。
Otherwise, we'll have to cancel the trip.
Otherwise, we'll have to cancel the trip.
Otherwise, the consequences could be severe.
Otherwise, the consequences could be severe.
Otherwise, we'll miss our chance to see it.
Otherwise, we'll miss our chance to see it.
Means.
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 A method or way of doing something.
方法、手段、资源。
Communication is a means to an end.
Communication is a means to an end.
Saving money is a means to achieving financial security.
Saving money is a means to achieving financial security.
Education is a means to securing a good job.
Education is a means to securing a good job.
Negotiate.
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 To discuss terms with someone to reach an agreement.
谈判、协商、交涉。
It's important to negotiate a fair salary.
It's important to negotiate a fair salary.
To negotiate successfully, you need good communication skills.
To negotiate successfully, you need good communication skills.
They needed to negotiate the curve with care.
They needed to negotiate the curve with care.
About.
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 Relating to, concerning.
关于，大约，左右。
We talked about various topics during dinner.
We talked about various topics during dinner.
We talked about the future of the company.
We talked about the future of the company.
This book talks about ancient civilizations.
This book talks about ancient civilizations.
Fee.
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 A charge for a service or privilege.
费用，服务费，收费。
The entrance fee for the museum is $10.
The entrance fee for the museum is $10.
The fee for the service seemed reasonable.
The fee for the service seemed reasonable.
The monthly fee for the service is quite affordable.
The monthly fee for the service is quite affordable.
Authority.
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 The power to give orders or make decisions, a group of people with official power.
权威，当局，专家。
The local authority has approved the new building plan.
The local authority has approved the new building plan.
She questioned the authority of the document.
She questioned the authority of the document.
He has the authority to make those decisions.
He has the authority to make those decisions.
View.
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 The range within which something can be seen, an opinion or belief.
视野，看法，风景。
The view from the mountain top was breathtaking.
The view from the mountain top was breathtaking.
From my view, the situation looks promising.
From my view, the situation looks promising.
My view of the situation is quite different.
My view of the situation is quite different.
It.
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 Referring to the subject previously mentioned.
他，这，那。
It's important to stay hydrated.
It's important to stay hydrated.
It's a small item but plays a crucial role.
It's a small item but plays a crucial role.
It refers to the object in question.
It refers to the object in question.
Assessment.
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 The act of evaluating or appraising.
评估、评价、考核。
His assessment of the situation was accurate.
His assessment of the situation was accurate.
His assessment was that the project would be completed on time.
His assessment was that the project would be completed on time.
An assessment of the damage will be done tomorrow.
An assessment of the damage will be done tomorrow.
Bat.
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 A small flying mammal that comes out at night.
蝙蝠、球棒、拍打。
The bat flew out of the cave at dusk.
The bat flew out of the cave at dusk.
A bat is also a piece of sports equipment used in baseball.
A bat is also a piece of sports equipment used in baseball.
At dusk, the bats emerge to feed.
At dusk, the bats emerge to feed.
Involvement.
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 Participation or engagement in something.
参与、涉及、投入。
Community involvement is key to the project's success.
Community involvement is key to the project's success.
Their involvement in the project was critical.
Their involvement in the project was critical.
Her involvement in the charity has been significant.
Her involvement in the charity has been significant.
Debate.
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 A formal discussion on a particular topic in a public meeting or legislative assembly.
辩论、讨论、争论。
The debate on the issue lasted for hours.
The debate on the issue lasted for hours.
The debate on environmental policy is ongoing.
The debate on environmental policy is ongoing.
The national debate on this issue is heating up.
The national debate on this issue is heating up.
Dumb.
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 Unable to speak, lacking the ability to speak.
哑的、无言的、沉默的。
He played the dumb role to avoid answering questions.
He played the dumb role to avoid answering questions.
The question left him feeling dumb.
The question left him feeling dumb.
Pretending to be dumb can sometimes be a strategic move.
Pretending to be dumb can sometimes be a strategic move.
Medicine.
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 Substances used in the treatment and prevention of disease.
医学、药物、治疗方法。
The medicine should help relieve your headache.
The medicine should help relieve your headache.
This medicine is also used to treat anxiety.
This medicine is also used to treat anxiety.
Medicine has advanced significantly in the last century.
Medicine has advanced significantly in the last century.
Violent.
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 Using or involving physical force intended to hurt or damage.
暴力的、激烈的、猛烈的。
Violent storms are expected to hit the coast tonight.
Violent storms are expected to hit the coast tonight.
His violent reaction was unexpected.
His violent reaction was unexpected.
The debate became violent, leading to a call for calm.
The debate became violent, leading to a call for calm.
Relation.
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 The way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected.
关系、相关、联系。
Their relation to the case is still unclear.
Their relation to the case is still unclear.
The relation between diet and health is well documented.
The relation between diet and health is well documented.
Their relation was strictly professional.
Their relation was strictly professional.
Statement.
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 A clear expression or declaration of something.
声明、陈述、报表。
The statement was released by the company yesterday.
The statement was released by the company yesterday.
The company issued a statement denying the allegations.
The company issued a statement denying the allegations.
The financial statement was released to the public.
The financial statement was released to the public.
Requirement.
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 Something that is needed or required.
需求、要求、必需品。
The requirement for the job includes 3 years of experience.
The requirement for the job includes 3 years of experience.
The job has specific physical requirements.
The job has specific physical requirements.
Meeting the requirement for graduation was his top priority.
Meeting the requirement for graduation was his top priority.
Universe.
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 The whole cosmic system of matter and energy.
宇宙、领域、全部。
The universe is vast and largely unexplored.
The universe is vast and largely unexplored.
Exploring the universe has always fascinated humans.
Exploring the universe has always fascinated humans.
The mysteries of the universe continue to intrigue scientists.
The mysteries of the universe continue to intrigue scientists.
Bye.
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 A farewell or goodbye.
再见，告别，拜拜。
We said, bye, before she left for her trip.
We said bye before she left for her trip.
Bye is a casual way to say goodbye.
Bye is a casual way to say goodbye.
A quick bye was all she could muster in her hurry.
A quick bye was all she could muster in her hurry.
Depth.
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 The distance from the top or surface to the bottom of something.
深度、深处、深刻。
The depth of the pool is 6 feet.
The depth of the pool is 6 feet.
The depth of his knowledge on the subject is impressive.
The depth of his knowledge on the subject is impressive.
The depth of his understanding was impressive.
The depth of his understanding was impressive.
Encourage.
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 To inspire with courage, spirit, or confidence.
鼓励、激励、促进。
Teachers encourage students to ask questions.
Teachers encourage students to ask questions.
They encourage us to live healthier lifestyles.
They encourage us to live healthier lifestyles.
Encourage your friends to join the club.
Encourage your friends to join the club.
Guess.
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 To form an opinion or conclusion about something.
猜测、推测、猜想。
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I guess we'll find out soon enough.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow, he said uncertainly.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow, he said uncertainly.
Sad.
Sad.
sad,
Feeling unhappy or sorrowful.
悲伤的、哀伤、不幸的。
It's sad to see the old building being torn down.
It's sad to see the old building being torn down.
It's sad how quickly time passes.
It's sad how quickly time passes.
The movie's sad ending left us all in tears.
The movie's sad ending left us all in tears.
Product,
Product.
product.
An item or goods made by manufacturing or production.
产品、成果、产物。
This product is designed to make life easier.
This product is designed to make life easier.
This product can be used in various ways.
This product can be used in various ways.
The quality of the product is our main concern.
The quality of the product is our main concern.
Warm,
Warm.
warm.
Having a moderately high temperature, showing enthusiasm.
温暖的、热情的、温馨的。
The warm sunshine was a pleasant change.
The warm sunshine was a pleasant change.
The room felt warm and inviting.
The room felt warm and inviting.
She felt warm and content in front of the fireplace.
She felt warm and content in front of the fireplace.
Madam,
Madam.
madam.
A polite form of address for a woman.
女士、夫人、女教师。
The madam of the house greeted us at the door.
The madam of the house greeted us at the door.
The madam requested that the room be cleaned immediately.
The madam requested that the room be cleaned immediately.
The madam introduced the evening's entertainment.
The madam introduced the evening's entertainment.
Virtually,
Virtually.
virtually.
Almost but not completely, nearly.
实际上、几乎、事实上。
The event was virtually unknown to the public.
The event was virtually unknown to the public.
Virtually all smartphones can connect to the internet.
Virtually all smartphones can connect to the internet.
The software is virtually impossible to hack.
The software is virtually impossible to hack.
Purely,
Purely.
purely.
Completely, entirely.
纯粹的、完全的、纯洁的。
The water in this spring is purely natural.
The water in this spring is purely natural.
The water is purely for industrial use.
The water is purely for industrial use.
The stream was purely a natural formation.
The stream was purely a natural formation.
Gentle,
Gentle.
gentle.
Not harsh or severe, kind or soft.
温柔的、文雅的、轻柔的。
He was always gentle with his words.
He was always gentle with his words.
His gentle approach was effective.
His gentle approach was effective.
A gentle reminder is often more effective.
A gentle reminder is often more effective.
Hardly,
Hardly.
hardly.
Barely, scarcely, not easily.
几乎不，很难，勉强。
I hardly recognized him with his new haircut.
I hardly recognized him with his new haircut.
I hardly ever go to the cinema.
I hardly ever go to the cinema.
I hardly think that's a fair comparison.
I hardly think that's a fair comparison.
Bottle.
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 A container, typically made of glass or plastic and with a narrow neck, used for storing drinks or other liquids.
瓶子，一瓶，瓶装。
She forgot her water bottle at the gym.
She forgot her water bottle at the gym.
Always recycle the bottle when you're done.
Always recycle the bottle when you're done.
She took a sip from her water bottle and resumed her workout.
She took a sip from her water bottle and resumed her workout.
Acquire.
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 To gain possession of something.
获得，取得，学到。
The company aims to acquire new technologies.
The company aims to acquire new technologies.
We hope to acquire a new client this month.
We hope to acquire a new client this month.
The company was eager to acquire the new technology.
The company was eager to acquire the new technology.
Excitement.
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 A feeling of great enthusiasm and eagerness.
兴奋，激动，刺激。
The excitement of the crowd was palpable.
The excitement of the crowd was palpable.
The excitement of the first day of school is unforgettable.
The excitement of the first day of school is unforgettable.
The excitement of the crowd reached a fever pitch.
The excitement of the crowd reached a fever pitch.
Hear.
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 To perceive with the ears, to be informed of.
听见，得知，听说。
Did you hear the news this morning?
Did you hear the news this morning?
Hear me out before you make a decision.
Hear me out before you make a decision.
I didn't hear you come in last night.
I didn't hear you come in last night.
Sometimes.
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 Occasionally, not always or not often.
有时，偶尔，有时候。
Sometimes I prefer to stay home on weekends.
Sometimes I prefer to stay home on weekends.
Sometimes the best response is to listen.
Sometimes, the best response is to listen.
Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best.
Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the best.
Reckon.
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 To believe or consider to be true.
认为，估计，觉得。
I reckon it's going to rain later.
I reckon it's going to rain later.
I reckon we'll need more supplies.
I reckon we'll need more supplies.
I reckon it's going to be a long night, he sighed.
I reckon it's going to be a long night, he sighed.
Affect.
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 To have an influence on, to make a difference to.
影响，感动，作用。
Pollution can adversely affect marine life.
Pollution can adversely affect marine life.
Smoking can affect your health.
Smoking can affect your health.
The new policy will affect everyone in the company.
The new policy will affect everyone in the company.
Grandma.
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 A term of endearment for a grandmother.
祖母、奶奶、外婆。
Visiting grandma is always a highlight of my weekends.
Visiting grandma is always a highlight of my weekends.
Grandma used to tell the best stories.
Grandma used to tell the best stories.
Grandma always made the best apple pie.
Grandma always made the best apple pie.
Candy.
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 A sweet flavored treat or dessert.
糖果、甜食、糖果类。
The candy store downtown has the best selection.
The candy store downtown has the best selection.
He bought her candy for Valentine's Day.
He bought her candy for Valentine's Day.
The candy shop is famous for its handmade chocolates.
The candy shop is famous for its handmade chocolates.
Prove.
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 To demonstrate the truth or existence of something through evidence.
证明、证实、显示。
This experiment will prove the new theory.
This experiment will prove the new theory.
The results prove that our hypothesis was correct.
The results prove that our hypothesis was correct.
The evidence will prove his innocence.
The evidence will prove his innocence.
Fold.
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 To bend something, especially paper or cloth, over itself.
折叠、折叠、屈服。
Fold the paper in half to create the booklet.
Fold the paper in half to create the booklet.
Fold the napkins and place them on the table.
Fold the napkins and place them on the table.
Fold the chairs and put them away after the meeting.
Fold the chairs and put them away after the meeting.
Load.
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 To place or carry a load, especially a large one.
装载、负荷、负载。
Load the dishwasher carefully to fit everything.
Load the dishwasher carefully to fit everything.
Load the software onto your computer before starting.
Load the software onto your computer before starting.
Make sure to load the truck evenly to avoid tipping.
Make sure to load the truck evenly to avoid tipping.
Holiday.
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 A period of cessation from work or a break for recreation.
假期、节日、休假。
We're planning a holiday to Greece next summer.
We're planning a holiday to Greece next summer.
Holiday lights brighten up the winter nights.
Holiday lights brighten up the winter nights.
Taking a holiday can be a great way to recharge.
Taking a holiday can be a great way to recharge.
Relief.
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 A feeling of comfort or happiness after a time of worry or pain.
减轻、解脱、安慰。
The news brought relief to the worried family.
The news brought relief to the worried family.
The relief effort helped thousands of people.
The relief effort helped thousands of people.
Finding relief in times of stress is crucial.
Finding relief in times of stress is crucial.
Editor.
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 A person who is in charge of the content of a newspaper, magazine, etc.
编辑、主编、编辑者。
The editor decided to publish the controversial article.
The editor decided to publish the controversial article.
The editor made significant changes to the manuscript.
The editor made significant changes to the manuscript.
The editor-in-chief oversees all publications.
The editor-in-chief oversees all publications.
Tire.
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 A rubber covering, typically inflated or surrounding an inflated inner tube, placed around a wheel to form a soft contact with the road.
轮胎，汽车轮胎。
Check the tire pressure before long trips.
Check the tire pressure before long trips.
Checking the tire tread is important for safety.
Checking the tire tread is important for safety.
Make sure to check the tire before going on a long drive.
Make sure to check the tire before going on a long drive.
Contribution.
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 A gift or payment to a common fund or collection.
贡献、捐献、贡献物。
His contribution to the project was invaluable.
His contribution to the project was invaluable.
Your contribution to the discussion was very insightful.
Your contribution to the discussion was very insightful.
Writing a book is a significant contribution to knowledge.
Writing a book is a significant contribution to knowledge.
Few.
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 A small number of.
少数，几个，不多。
There are few things as peaceful as a quiet morning.
There are few things as peaceful as a quiet morning.
A few moments later, the room was silent.
A few moments later, the room was silent.
Only a few know the secret to the magic trick.
Only a few know the secret to the magic trick.
Unbelievable.
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 Too amazing or hard to believe.
难以置信的，不可思议的。
It's unbelievable how much the city has changed.
It's unbelievable how much the city has changed.
It's unbelievable that we've already finished the project.
It's unbelievable that we've already finished the project.
It's unbelievable how quickly children grow up.
It's unbelievable how quickly children grow up.
Exactly.
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 In a precise manner, exactly.
确切的，准确的，完全的。
She knew exactly what to do in an emergency.
She knew exactly what to do in an emergency.
She knew exactly where to find the best deals.
She knew exactly where to find the best deals.
That's exactly what I meant, she explained.
That's exactly what I meant, she explained.
Jumper.
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 A long-sleeved piece of clothing worn on the upper part of the body.
跳衣、毛衣、运动衫。
He wore his new jumper to the party.
He wore his new jumper to the party.
The jumper kept him warm in the cold weather.
The jumper kept him warm in the cold weather.
He wore his new jumper despite the warm weather.
He wore his new jumper despite the warm weather.
Pants.
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 A piece of clothing worn on the lower part of the body, covering each leg separately.
裤子、内裤、长裤。
Remember to wear pants to the formal dinner.
Remember to wear pants to the formal dinner.
Wearing pants is required at the office.
Wearing pants is required at the office.
These pants are too tight for me now.
These pants are too tight for me now.
Notice.
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 To become aware of, to observe.
注意、通知、布告。
Did you notice the error on page 5?
Did you notice the error on page 5?
Please notice the change in schedule.
Please notice the change in schedule.
Did you notice how quiet it's been today?
Did you notice how quiet it's been today?
Line.
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 A long, thin mark or band.
线、排、线条。
The line for the movie stretched around the block.
The line for the movie stretched around the block.
There was a long line for tickets.
There was a long line for tickets.
The line between right and wrong can sometimes be blurry.
The line between right and wrong can sometimes be blurry.
Confirm.
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 To verify or substantiate a claim or statement.
确认、证实、批准。
Please confirm your attendance by Friday.
Please confirm your attendance by Friday.
Confirm receipt of the shipment.
Confirm receipt of the shipment.
Please confirm your reservation 24 hours in advance.
Please confirm your reservation 24 hours in advance.
No one.
No one.
No one.
No single person, nobody.
没有人、无人、任何人都不。
No one knew the answer to the question.
No one knew the answer to the question.
No one could believe what they saw.
No one could believe what they saw.
No one had seen such a phenomenon before.
No one had seen such a phenomenon before.
Confusing.
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 Difficult to understand or grasp.
令人困惑的、混乱的、难懂的。
The instructions were confusing at first.
The instructions were confusing at first.
The confusing instructions made assembly difficult.
The confusing instructions made assembly difficult.
The plot of the book was confusing and hard to follow.
The plot of the book was confusing and hard to follow.
Chemical.
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 A substance used in chemistry or the science dealing with the elements and compounds.
化学的、化学制品、化学性质。
Chemical reactions can be fascinating to study.
Chemical reactions can be fascinating to study.
The chemical reaction was immediate.
The chemical reaction was immediate.
The chemical is used in various industrial processes.
The chemical is used in various industrial processes.
Psychology.
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 The study of the mind and behavior.
心理学、心理状态、心理作用。
Psychology helps us understand human behavior.
Psychology helps us understand human behavior.
Studying psychology can provide insights into human behavior.
Studying psychology can provide insights into human behavior.
The study of psychology can be applied in many fields.
The study of psychology can be applied in many fields.
Control.
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 To have command over, to direct or oversee.
控制、指挥、管理。
Controlling the spread of the virus is critical.
Controlling the spread of the virus is critical.
Parental control is important for children's internet use.
Parental control is important for children's internet use.
Learning to control one's emotions is important.
Learning to control one's emotions is important.
Slice.
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 To cut something into pieces.
切片、部分、片段。
Slice the bread before serving it at the table.
Slice the bread before serving it at the table.
Slice the cake into equal parts.
Slice the cake into equal parts.
Would you like another slice of cake?
Would you like another slice of cake?
Bloke.
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 A man or boy, a term used informally.
男人、家伙、人。
That bloke over there is my brother.
That bloke over there is my brother.
That bloke has been standing there for hours.
That bloke has been standing there for hours.
That bloke at the bar keeps looking over here.
That bloke at the bar keeps looking over here.
Selection.
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 The act of choosing between two or more possibilities.
选择、精选、选择权。
The selection of books in this store is impressive.
The selection of books in this store is impressive.
The selection of candidates was rigorous.
The selection of candidates was rigorous.
The selection process was incredibly thorough.
The selection process was incredibly thorough.
Wind.
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 The movement of air or a natural force perceived as air movement.
风、气流、回旋。
The wind picked up in the afternoon.
The wind picked up in the afternoon.
The wind turbines generate electricity.
The wind turbines generate electricity.
The wind howled throughout the night.
The wind howled throughout the night.
Us.
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 The pronoun used by a speaker to refer to people or things belonging to the group that includes the speaker and at least one other person.
我们、我们自己、咱们。
Join us for a celebration.
Join us for a celebration.
Join us to celebrate the achievements.
Join us to celebrate the achievements.
Join us, they said, and change the world.
Join us, they said, and change the world.
Throw.
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 To propel something with force through the air by a movement of the arm.
扔、投掷、抛弃。
Throw the ball to me.
Throw the ball to me.
Throw caution to the wind and take a chance.
Throw caution to the wind and take a chance.
Throw the old papers in the recycling bin.
Throw the old papers in the recycling bin.
Prefer.
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 To like one better than another, to have a preference.
偏好，更喜欢，优先选择。
I prefer coffee over tea in the morning.
I prefer coffee over tea in the morning.
She prefers tea in the evening to relax.
She prefers tea in the evening to relax.
I prefer using digital maps to paper ones when traveling.
I prefer using digital maps to paper ones when traveling.
Nowhere.
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 In or to no place, not anywhere.
无处，哪里也不，不存在的地方。
The lost puppy was found in the middle of nowhere.
The lost puppy was found in the middle of nowhere.
We were nowhere near finishing the project on time.
We were nowhere near finishing the project on time.
Nowhere in the contract does it mention a penalty for late delivery.
Nowhere in the contract does it mention a penalty for late delivery.
My.
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 Belonging to or associated with the speaker.
我的，属于我，我自己的。
My dog loves to play fetch in the park.
My dog loves to play fetch in the park.
My book was left on the desk.
My book was left on the desk.
My efforts to improve the situation went unnoticed.
My efforts to improve the situation went unnoticed.
Propose.
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 To suggest a plan or idea for consideration.
提议、求婚、计划。
They proposed to solve the issue by introducing a new policy.
They proposed to solve the issue by introducing a new policy.
The committee will propose a new date for the event.
The committee will propose a new date for the event.
The government will propose new environmental regulations next month.
The government will propose new environmental regulations next month.
Terror.
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 Intense fear or dread.
恐怖、惊骇、极度害怕。
The movie was filled with scenes that invoked terror.
The movie was filled with scenes that invoked terror.
The terror of the dark affects many children.
The terror of the dark affects many children.
The silence in the abandoned house was filled with a sense of terror.
The silence in the abandoned house was filled with a sense of terror.
Advise.
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 To recommend a course of action, to give guidance.
建议、忠告、劝告。
I would advise you to check the weather before going hiking.
I would advise you to check the weather before going hiking.
Let me advise you on the best course of action.
Let me advise you on the best course of action.
We advise arriving early to get good seats.
We advise arriving early to get good seats.
Okay.
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 Acceptable or satisfactory.
好的，可以，同意。
Everything is okay, there's no need to worry.
Everything is okay, there's no need to worry.
The answer to the question is okay, but could be more detailed.
The answer to the question is okay, but could be more detailed.
The test results were okay, indicating no serious issues.
The test results were okay, indicating no serious issues.
Deny.
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 To refuse to admit or acknowledge.
否认，拒绝，否认存在。
He tried to deny the allegations made against him.
He tried to deny the allegations made against him.
She will deny having any knowledge of the mistake.
She will deny having any knowledge of the mistake.
Witnesses deny seeing anyone near the scene of the crime.
Witnesses deny seeing anyone near the scene of the crime.
Front.
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 The foremost part or surface of something.
前面，正面，前线。
Please, take a seat at the front of the room.
Please, take a seat at the front of the room.
The front of the building was decorated for the holidays.
The front of the building was decorated for the holidays.
The painting will be displayed at the front of the gallery.
The painting will be displayed at the front of the gallery.
Ring.
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 A circular piece of jewelry worn on the finger or ear, a sound of a bell.
戒指，铃声，环形物。
Her new ring sparkled under the light.
Her new ring sparkled under the light.
The sound of the ring echoed through the silent house.
The sound of the ring echoed through the silent house.
I forgot to ring the bell when I arrived.
I forgot to ring the bell when I arrived.
Beat.
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 To defeat or surpass, to hit repeatedly.
击败，敲打，心跳。
No one could beat her record in the 100-meter sprint.
No one could beat her record in the 100 meters sprint.
They worked hard to beat the deadline.
They worked hard to beat the deadline.
The heart can beat over 100,000 times a day.
The heart can beat over 100,000 times a day.
Briefly.
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 For a short duration, concisely.
简要的，简短的，暂时。
He explained the theory briefly to save time.
He explained the theory briefly to save time.
He briefly considered the proposal before declining.
He briefly considered the proposal before declining.
He glanced at the report briefly before the meeting.
He glanced at the report briefly before the meeting.
Slip.
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 To lose one's footing or balance, to move quietly and stealthily.
滑倒，溜走，疏忽。
Be careful not to slip on the wet floor.
Be careful not to slip on the wet floor.
The note slipped from her hand as she stood up.
The note slipped from her hand as she stood up.
Careful not to slip, she navigated the icy sidewalk.
Careful not to slip, she navigated the icy sidewalk.
Biscuit.
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 A small, flat cake that is dry and usually sweet.
饼干，小甜饼， 硬面包。
I had a biscuit with my tea this afternoon.
I had a biscuit with my tea this afternoon.
A biscuit and gravy is a popular breakfast dish in some regions.
A biscuit and gravy is a popular breakfast dish in some regions.
Would you like a biscuit with your coffee?
Would you like a biscuit with your coffee?
Expose.
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 To reveal or uncover, especially something hidden or secret.
曝光、暴露、揭露。
The scandal served to expose the corruption within the organization.
The scandal served to expose the corruption within the organization.
The documentary aims to expose the truth behind the mystery.
The documentary aims to expose the truth behind the mystery.
Sunlight can expose the hidden colors in a crystal.
Sunlight can expose the hidden colors in a crystal.
Mixed.
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 Consisting of various types or elements.
混合的、混杂的、矛盾的。
The crowd was mixed, consisting of young and old alike.
The crowd was mixed, consisting of young and old alike.
The results of the survey were mixed, showing no clear preference.
The results of the survey were mixed, showing no clear preference.
The salad was mixed with an assortment of fresh vegetables.
The salad was mixed with an assortment of fresh vegetables.
Chip.
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 A small piece missing from an item or surface, an integrated circuit component.
芯片、碎片、晶片。
She found a small chip on her favorite coffee mug.
She found a small chip on her favorite coffee mug.
He decided to chip in for the gift.
He decided to chip in for the gift.
The chip in the paint was barely noticeable.
The chip in the paint was barely noticeable.
Stretch.
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 To extend or make longer, to expand.
伸展、拉长、范围。
Stretch your arms above your head to release tension.
Stretch your arms above your head to release tension.
It's important to stretch before exercising to prevent injury.
It's important to stretch before exercising to prevent injury.
Yoga can help you stretch your body and relax your mind.
Yoga can help you stretch your body and relax your mind.
Planet.
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 A celestial body moving in an orbit around a star.
行星、地球、重要人物。
Earth is the third planet from the Sun.
Earth is the third planet from the Sun.
Mars is a fascinating planet to study.
Mars is a fascinating planet to study.
Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system.
Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system.
Leave.
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 To go away from, to depart.
离开、遗留、放假。
It's time to leave for the airport.
It's time to leave for the airport.
She decided to leave the cake out of the fridge.
She decided to leave the cake out of the fridge.
Please leave your shoes at the door.
Please leave your shoes at the door.
Self.
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 Relating to oneself, one's own abilities or characteristics.
自我、自身、个人。
Self-care is crucial for mental health.
Self-care is crucial for mental health.
Self-reflection is key to personal growth.
Self-reflection is key to personal growth.
Building self-esteem is crucial during adolescence.
Building self-esteem is crucial during adolescence.
Circuit.
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 A complete or closed path through which an electric current travels.
电路、巡回、一圈。
The electrician checked the circuit for any faults.
The electrician checked the circuit for any faults.
The circuit breaker tripped, cutting off the electricity.
The circuit breaker tripped, cutting off the electricity.
The race car completed the circuit in record time.
The race car completed the circuit in record time.
Angry.
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 Feeling or showing anger or annoyance.
生气的、愤怒的、恼火。
He became angry when he couldn't find his keys.
He became angry when he couldn't find his keys.
The baby got angry when his toy was taken away.
The baby got angry when his toy was taken away.
She felt angry at the injustice she witnessed.
She felt angry at the injustice she witnessed.
Fancy.
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 To find appealing or attractive, to desire.
喜爱、想要、奢华。
She has a fancy for vintage clothing.
She has a fancy for vintage clothing.
The cat has a fancy for chasing laser lights.
The cat has a fancy for chasing laser lights.
The children fancy stories about pirates and adventures.
The children fancy stories about pirates and adventures.
Nothing.
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 Not anything, no single thing.
无，没有任何东西，空无一物。
There's nothing in the fridge for dinner.
There's nothing in the fridge for dinner.
There was nothing left to say after the argument.
There was nothing left to say after the argument.
Nothing beats a warm cup of tea on a rainy day.
Nothing beats a warm cup of tea on a rainy day.
Psychological.
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 Relating to the mind or mental processes.
心理的、心理学的、精神上的。
Psychological studies show the importance of early childhood experiences.
Psychological studies show the importance of early childhood experiences.
The psychological effect of the movie was profound.
The psychological effect of the movie was profound.
Psychological theories attempt to explain human behavior.
Psychological theories attempt to explain human behavior.
Onto.
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 Up or on top of.
在上面，到之上，进入。
She climbed onto the roof to retrieve the ball.
She climbed onto the roof to retrieve the ball.
The cat jumped onto the counter.
The cat jumped onto the counter.
The cat climbed onto the shelf to nap.
The cat climbed onto the shelf to nap.
Lecture.
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 An educational talk to an audience, especially one of students in a university.
讲座、授课、讲课。
The professor's lecture on ancient history was fascinating.
The professor's lecture on ancient history was fascinating.
The lecture on global warming was eye-opening.
The lecture on global warming was eye-opening.
His lecture moved beyond the basics to cover complex topics.
His lecture moved beyond the basics to cover complex topics.
Brave.
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 Showing courage, fearless.
勇敢的、无畏的、勇于。
Soldiers are trained to be brave in the face of danger.
Soldiers are trained to be brave in the face of danger.
It was brave of her to speak out about the issue.
It was brave of her to speak out about the issue.
The brave firefighter rescued the kitten from the tree.
The brave firefighter rescued the kitten from the tree.
Hard.
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 Difficult to do or deal with, requiring a lot of effort.
困难的、坚硬的、艰苦的。
Working on the farm is hard labor.
Working on the farm is hard labor.
He found it hard to say goodbye.
He found it hard to say goodbye.
The ground was hard after weeks without rain.
The ground was hard after weeks without rain.
First.
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 Occurring before all others in time or order.
第一的、最初的、首位的。
This was her first attempt at baking a cake.
This was her first attempt at baking a cake.
The first prize went to the most innovative design.
The first prize went to the most innovative design.
The first step is always the hardest.
The first step is always the hardest.
Mineral.
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 A naturally occurring substance that is neither plant nor animal.
矿物、矿石、无机物。
Quartz is a common mineral found in the Earth's crust.
Quartz is a common mineral found in the Earth's crust.
Diamonds are the hardest known mineral to man.
Diamonds are the hardest known mineral to man.
Calcium is an essential mineral for bone health.
Calcium is an essential mineral for bone health.
Process.
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 A series of actions conducted in a certain order or manner.
过程、进程、处理。
The process of making cheese from milk is quite interesting.
The process of making cheese from milk is quite interesting.
The process of learning a new language can be challenging.
The process of learning a new language can be challenging.
The process of photosynthesis is fascinating.
The process of photosynthesis is fascinating.
Organized.
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 Arranged in a systematic way, especially on a large scale.
组织好的、有条理的、安排的。
The event was well organized, starting on time and without any hiccups.
The event was well organized, starting on time and without any hiccups.
The files were organized alphabetically.
The files were organized alphabetically.
The team organized a fundraiser for the local charity.
The team organized a fundraiser for the local charity.
Actor.
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 A person who acts in plays, movies, or television shows.
演员、表演者、参与者。
The actor received critical acclaim for his performance.
The actor received critical acclaim for his performance.
An actor's life can be very demanding.
An actor's life can be very demanding.
The actor practiced his lines for hours.
The actor practiced his lines for hours.
Harm.
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 Physical injury or damage.
伤害、损害、危害。
Smoking can harm your health.
Smoking can harm your health.
It's important not to harm the environment.
It's important not to harm the environment.
Pollution can harm marine life.
Pollution can harm marine life.
Unique.
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 Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
独特的、唯一的、非凡的。
Each snowflake is unique in its design.
Each snowflake is unique in its design.
Every piece of handmade art is unique.
Every piece of handmade art is unique.
Each fingerprint is unique to an individual.
Each fingerprint is unique to an individual.
Natural.
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 Existing in or derived from nature, not made or caused by humankind.
自然的、天然的、自然界的。
Solar power is a clean, natural source of energy.
Solar power is a clean, natural source of energy.
Natural light filled the room, making it warm and welcoming.
Natural light filled the room, making it warm and welcoming.
Natural remedies are gaining popularity.
Natural remedies are gaining popularity.
Any.
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 Any at all, any whatsoever.
任何、任何一个，无论哪个。
Any feedback would be greatly appreciated.
Any feedback would be greatly appreciated.
Any attempt to solve the problem is welcome.
Any attempt to solve the problem is welcome.
Any amount of exercise is better than none.
Any amount of exercise is better than none.
Fund.
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 A sum of money saved or made available for a particular purpose.
基金、资金、筹款。
They started a fund to help the victims of the fire.
They started a fund to help the victims of the fire.
The fund was established to support local artists.
The fund was established to support local artists.
The fund aims to support innovative research.
The fund aims to support innovative research.
Boil.
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 To cook food by boiling it, to heat a liquid until it bubbles.
煮沸、沸腾、激动。
Water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius.
Water will boil at 100 degrees Celsius.
Add salt to the water to make it boil faster.
Add salt to the water to make it boil faster.
Watch the water boil as it prepares to brew tea.
Watch the water boil as it prepares to brew tea.
Elevator.
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 A platform or compartment housed in a shaft for raising and lowering people or things to different floors or levels.
电梯、提升机、升降机。
We took the elevator to the 10th floor.
We took the elevator to the 10th floor.
The elevator stopped between floors, causing a brief panic.
The elevator stopped between floors, causing a brief panic.
The elevator music was surprisingly pleasant.
The elevator music was surprisingly pleasant.
Best.
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 The most excellent or desirable part or quality.
最好的、最佳的、最优秀的。
She was voted the best teacher in the school.
She was voted the best teacher in the school.
This is the best day of my life.
This is the best day of my life.
This is the best coffee I've ever had.
This is the best coffee I've ever had.
Purple.
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 A color that is a dark blend of red and blue.
紫色的、皇家的、贵族的。
Lavender is a lovely shade of purple.
Lavender is a lovely shade of purple.
She wore a purple dress to the party.
She wore a purple dress to the party.
The sunset turned the clouds a beautiful shade of purple.
The sunset turned the clouds a beautiful shade of purple.
Clothes.
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 Items worn to cover the body.
衣服、服装、衣物。
I need to buy new clothes for the winter.
I need to buy new clothes for the winter.
Hanging up clothes to dry is an energy-saving practice.
Hanging up clothes to dry is an energy-saving practice.
Washing clothes in cold water saves energy.
Washing clothes in cold water saves energy.
Dump.
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 To discard or throw away, a site for depositing garbage.
倾倒、抛弃、垃圾场。
The city plans to dump the waste in a new landfill.
The city plans to dump the waste in a new landfill.
The company plans to dump its old computers.
The company plans to dump its old computers.
The company decided to dump its outdated policy.
The company decided to dump its outdated policy.
Dish.
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 A specific variety of food prepared in a particular way.
菜肴、碟、卫星。
She cooked a delicious dish for dinner.
She cooked a delicious dish for dinner.
Washing the dish after baking made cleanup easy.
Washing the dish after baking made cleanup easy.
She brought her favorite dish to the potluck.
She brought her favorite dish to the potluck.
Storage.
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 The action or method of storing something for future use.
储存、存储空间、贮藏。
We rented a storage unit for our extra furniture.
We rented a storage unit for our extra furniture.
Extra storage space is essential in small apartments.
Extra storage space is essential in small apartments.
We need more storage for our growing collection of books.
We need more storage for our growing collection of books.
Mud.
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 Wet, soft earth or earthy matter, as on the ground after rain.
泥巴、淤泥、泥泞。
After the rain, the garden was full of mud.
After the rain, the garden was full of mud.
After the storm, the streets were covered in mud.
After the storm, the streets were covered in mud.
Kids love to play in the mud.
Kids love to play in the mud.
Have.
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 To possess, own, or hold.
拥有，具有，必须。
We have a meeting scheduled for tomorrow.
We have a meeting scheduled for tomorrow.
I have a great idea for our next project.
I have a great idea for our next project.
I have to write a report by tomorrow.
I have to write a report by tomorrow.
Lovely.
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 Attractive or beautiful, pleasing.
可爱的，漂亮的，令人愉快的。
He gave her a lovely bouquet of flowers.
He gave her a lovely bouquet of flowers.
The garden looked lovely in the spring.
The garden looked lovely in the spring.
The view from the hill was simply lovely.
The view from the hill was simply lovely.
Dear.
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 A term of endearment or affection.
亲爱的，昂贵的，心爱的。
Dear sir or madam, please find attached my resume.
Dear sir or madam, please find attached my resume.
My dear friend, I've missed you so much.
My dear friend, I've missed you so much.
Dear professor, I have a question about the assignment.
Dear professor, I have a question about the assignment.
Explore.
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 To travel through an area in order to learn about it, to investigate.
探索，探究，考察。
The scientist went to the Amazon to explore its biodiversity.
The scientist went to the Amazon to explore its biodiversity.
They were eager to explore the new city.
They were eager to explore the new city.
It's important to explore different career options.
It's important to explore different career options.
Delivery.
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 The act of bringing goods to a place, the process of giving birth.
配送，交付，分娩。
The delivery of the package is expected by noon.
The delivery of the package is expected by noon.
The delivery of the flowers was a complete surprise.
The delivery of the flowers was a complete surprise.
The delivery was delayed due to bad weather.
The delivery was delayed due to bad weather.
Guilty.
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 Responsible for a wrongdoing or offense.
有罪的，内疚的，负有责任的。
He felt guilty for arriving late to the meeting.
He felt guilty for arriving late to the meeting.
Feeling guilty, he apologized for his mistake.
Feeling guilty, he apologized for his mistake.
He admitted he felt guilty for the mistake.
He admitted he felt guilty for the mistake.
Cheap.
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 Inexpensive, costing little money.
便宜的，廉价的，不值钱的。
Finding cheap flights requires patience and flexibility.
Finding cheap flights requires patience and flexibility.
She found a cheap but charming little apartment downtown.
She found a cheap but charming little apartment downtown.
They found a cheap way to repair the fence.
They found a cheap way to repair the fence.
However.
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 Despite that, on the other hand.
然而，但是，无论如何，
However, the plan did not go as expected.
However, the plan did not go as expected.
However, she still managed to complete her work on time.
However, she still managed to complete her work on time.
However, she remained optimistic.
However, she remained optimistic.
Precisely.
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 With exactness, accurately.
精确的、准确的、恰恰。
She answered the question precisely and without hesitation.
She answered the question precisely and without hesitation.
The jewel was precisely cut to maximize its brilliance.
The jewel was precisely cut to maximize its brilliance.
The clock was set precisely to the correct time.
The clock was set precisely to the correct time.
Overtime.
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 Time worked beyond the regular hours.
加班、超时工作、加时赛。
Employees are entitled to overtime pay when they work beyond their scheduled hours.
Employees are entitled to overtime pay when they work beyond their scheduled hours.
He worked overtime to finish the project.
He worked overtime to finish the project.
Working overtime has become a regular occurrence.
Working overtime has become a regular occurrence.
Engine.
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 A machine with moving parts that converts power into motion.
引擎、发动机、机车。
The engine of the car needs to be repaired.
The engine of the car needs to be repaired.
The sound of the engine filled the air.
The sound of the engine filled the air.
The car's engine is very reliable.
The car's engine is very reliable.
Presume.
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 To assume something to be true without confirmation.
假定、推测、预料。
I presume you're looking for the manager. She's in her office.
I presume you're looking for the manager. She's in her office.
Do you presume to know better than the experts?
Do you presume to know better than the experts?
I presume that everyone is agreeable to the changes.
I presume that everyone is agreeable to the changes.
Weakness.
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 A lack of strength or a particular flaw.
弱点、缺点、脆弱。
His greatest weakness is his lack of confidence.
His greatest weakness is his lack of confidence.
His physical weakness did not hinder his sharp mind.
His physical weakness did not hinder his sharp mind.
His weakness for sweets is well known.
His weakness for sweets is well known.
Tape.
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 A long, narrow strip of material used to bind, fasten, or mark something.
胶带、录音带、带子。
She used tape to fix the torn page.
She used tape to fix the torn page.
The tape failed to hold the broken pieces together.
The tape failed to hold the broken pieces together.
She used tape to create a design on the wall.
She used tape to create a design on the wall.
Distinguish.
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 To recognize the difference between two or more things.
区分、辨别、区别。
It's important to distinguish between facts and opinions.
It's important to distinguish between facts and opinions.
It's crucial to distinguish between harmful and harmless spiders.
It's crucial to distinguish between harmful and harmless spiders.
It's difficult to distinguish one twin from the other.
It's difficult to distinguish one twin from the other.
Available.
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 Ready for use, at hand.
可用的、可得到的、有效的。
The new model is now available for purchase.
The new model is now available for purchase.
Tickets for the concert are available online.
Tickets for the concert are available online.
The workshop is available to all employees.
The workshop is available to all employees.
Whereas.
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 While on the contrary.
然而，鉴于。
Whereas most people prefer summer, I love the winter season.
Whereas most people prefer summer, I love the winter season.
Whereas she prefers tea, I like coffee.
Whereas she prefers tea, I like coffee.
Whereas some prefer quiet, others thrive in busy environments.
Whereas some prefer quiet, others thrive in busy environments.
Shine.
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 To emit light or glow brightly.
闪耀、照亮、显著。
The stars shine brightly on a clear night.
The stars shine brightly on a clear night.
The moon will shine brightly tonight.
The moon will shine brightly tonight.
The stars shine less brightly in the city due to light pollution.
The stars shine less brightly in the city due to light pollution.
Expenditure.
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 The action or process of spending money or resources.
支出、开支、消费。
The company's expenditure on advertising has increased this year.
The company's expenditure on advertising has increased this year.
The government's expenditure on healthcare has increased.
The government's expenditure on healthcare has increased.
The family's expenditure on groceries seems to increase every month.
The family's expenditure on groceries seems to increase every month.
Lorry.
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 A large, heavy motor vehicle for transporting goods or troops.
货车、塔车、运货车。
The lorry was loaded with goods for the supermarket.
The lorry was loaded with goods for the supermarket.
The lorry driver took a different route to avoid traffic.
The lorry driver took a different route to avoid traffic.
The lorry was filled to capacity with supplies.
The lorry was filled to capacity with supplies.
Notion.
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 A concept or idea.
概念、观念、想法。
The notion that the Earth is flat has been debunked.
The notion that the Earth is flat has been debunked.
The notion of time travel fascinates many.
The notion of time travel fascinates many.
The notion that hard work always pays off is debatable.
The notion that hard work always pays off is debatable.
Youth.
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 The period between childhood and adult age.
青年，年轻人，青春。
Youth is a time of discovery and growth.
Youth is a time of discovery and growth.
The youth of today are very tech-savvy.
The youth of today are very tech-savvy.
Youth sports programs promote teamwork and discipline.
Youth sports programs promote teamwork and discipline.
College.
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 An institution for higher learning or research.
大学、学院、高等教育机构。
She's applying to several colleges for next year.
She's applying to several colleges for next year.
College life can be both exciting and challenging.
College life can be both exciting and challenging.
College offers more than just academic education, it's a life experience.
College offers more than just academic education, it's a life experience.
Activist.
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 A person who campaigns for political or social change.
活动家、倡导者、行动主义者。
The activist spoke passionately about environmental conservation.
The activist spoke passionately about environmental conservation.
The activist is campaigning for cleaner oceans.
The activist is campaigning for cleaner oceans.
The activist's work has inspired many to take action.
The activist's work has inspired many to take action.
Kid.
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 A child or young person.
小孩，开玩笑，哄骗。
Kids love playing in the park.
Kids love playing in the park.
The kids were playing hide and seek.
The kids were playing hide and seek.
The kids were excited for the school trip.
The kids were excited for the school trip.
Victory.
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 An achievement of winning against an opponent or overcoming an obstacle.
胜利、成就、成功。
The victory was celebrated by the whole team.
The victory was celebrated by the whole team.
Their victory in the championship was well deserved.
Their victory in the championship was well deserved.
Their victory was a testament to teamwork.
Their victory was a testament to teamwork.
Forward.
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 Towards the direction that is in front of you.
向前，前进，发送。
Moving forward, we need to improve our communication.
Moving forward, we need to improve our communication.
Looking forward, we have many challenges to overcome.
Looking forward, we have many challenges to overcome.
Moving forward, we need to focus on sustainability.
Moving forward, we need to focus on sustainability.
Useful.
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 Being of service or advantage, helpful.
有用的，实用的，有效的。
The tool proved to be very useful in our project.
The tool proved to be very useful in our project.
Recycling is a useful practice for the environment.
Recycling is a useful practice for the environment.
This information could be useful for your research.
This information could be useful for your research.
Employer.
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 A person or organization that employs people.
雇主、老板、雇主。
He is a fair and respected employer.
He is a fair and respected employer.
An employer's responsibility includes ensuring a safe workplace.
An employer's responsibility includes ensuring a safe workplace.
The employer offered a competitive benefits package.
The employer offered a competitive benefits package.
Dust.
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 Fine, powdery particles of matter.
灰尘、尘土、微粒。
Dust accumulates quickly in unused spaces.
Dust accumulates quickly in unused spaces.
Dusting regularly helps to maintain a clean house.
Dusting regularly helps to maintain a clean house.
Dust particles can affect air quality indoors.
Dust particles can affect air quality indoors.
Sustain.
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 To maintain or support.
维持、支持、承受。
Forests sustain a wide variety of ecosystems.
Forests sustain a wide variety of ecosystems.
Only sustainable farming will sustain our food supply in the long run.
Only sustainable farming will sustain our food supply in the long run.
Sustainable practices help to sustain our planet for future generations.
Sustainable practices help to sustain our planet for future generations.
Idea.
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 A thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action.
想法、主意、概念。
She had a brilliant idea for the new marketing campaign.
She had a brilliant idea for the new marketing campaign.
That's an interesting idea for a new product.
That's an interesting idea for a new product.
Coming up with a new idea can be challenging.
Coming up with a new idea can be challenging.
Internal.
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 Located on the inside, inner.
内部的、内在的、内政的。
The internal meeting focused on improving team efficiency.
The internal meeting focused on improving team efficiency.
The company is planning to expand its internal operations.
The company is planning to expand its internal operations.
Internal audits ensure the company's finances are in order.
Internal audits ensure the company's finances are in order.
Version.
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 A particular form or variant of something.
版本、变体、型号。
The new version of the software includes many bug fixes.
The new version of the software includes many bug fixes.
A new version of the app will be released next month.
A new version of the app will be released next month.
A new version of the classic game was released.
A new version of the classic game was released.
Towel.
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 a cloth used for drying or wiping.
毛巾、浴巾、抹布。
Don't forget to bring a towel to the beach.
Don't forget to bring a towel to the beach.
Bring a towel if you plan to swim.
Bring a towel if you plan to swim.
Don't forget to pack a towel for your trip to the beach.
Don't forget to pack a towel for your trip to the beach.
Literally.
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 In a literal manner or sense, exactly.
字面上的，确实的，照字面的。
He literally ran into his friend at the mall.
He literally ran into his friend at the mall.
He was literally the last person to leave the office.
He was literally the last person to leave the office.
He took the phrase, break a leg, literally before his performance.
He took the phrase break a leg literally before his performance.
Fun.
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 Enjoyment, amusement, or light-hearted pleasure.
乐趣、娱乐、有趣的事。
Going to amusement parks is so much fun.
Going to amusement parks is so much fun.
They had fun at the beach despite the cold weather.
They had fun at the beach despite the cold weather.
The party was a lot of fun for everyone.
The party was a lot of fun for everyone.
Advert.
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 A notice to the public or a promotion of a product or service.
广告、宣传、公告。
The advert for the new phone caught everyone's attention.
The advert for the new phone caught everyone's attention.
The advert for the new movie looks exciting.
The advert for the new movie looks exciting.
The new advert targeted a younger audience.
The new advert targeted a younger audience.
Blind.
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 Unable to see, lacking awareness.
盲目的、瞎的、看不见的。
She was temporarily blind after the bright flash.
She was temporarily blind after the bright flash.
Being blind to one's own faults can hinder personal growth.
Being blind to one's own faults can hinder personal growth.
Blind tasting can reveal true preferences in wine.
Blind tasting can reveal true preferences in wine.
Reasonable.
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 Fair and sensible, within reasonable limits.
合理的、合理价格的、讲理的。
His decision seemed reasonable given the circumstances.
His decision seemed reasonable given the circumstances.
That seems a reasonable amount to pay for the service.
That seems a reasonable amount to pay for the service.
It's reasonable to ask for help when you need it.
It's reasonable to ask for help when you need it.
Advice.
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 Guidance or recommendations concerning prudent future action.
建议、忠告、劝告。
She sought advice on how to handle the situation.
She sought advice on how to handle the situation.
Seeking advice from a mentor can be very beneficial.
Seeking advice from a mentor can be very beneficial.
She appreciated the advice from her mentor.
She appreciated the advice from her mentor.
Imagine.
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 To form a mental image or concept of.
想象、幻想、猜想。
Can you imagine living on another planet?
Can you imagine living on another planet?
It's hard to imagine a world without smartphones.
It's hard to imagine a world without smartphones.
Imagine if we could travel through time.
Imagine if we could travel through time.
Instrument.
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 A tool or device used for a particular purpose.
仪器、工具、乐器。
Playing a musical instrument can improve cognitive skills.
Playing a musical instrument can improve cognitive skills.
Learning to play an instrument enriches life.
Learning to play an instrument enriches life.
The piano is a beautiful instrument to learn.
The piano is a beautiful instrument to learn.
Absence.
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 The state of being away or not present.
缺席、不在、缺少。
His absence was noted at the meeting.
His absence was noted at the meeting.
His absence from the party was noticed by everyone.
His absence from the party was noticed by everyone.
The absence of noise was a welcome change.
The absence of noise was a welcome change.
Tour.
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 A journey for pleasure in which several different places are visited.
旅游、巡回、观光。
They went on a tour of the ancient ruins.
They went on a tour of the ancient ruins.
The guided tour of the museum was very informative.
The guided tour of the museum was very informative.
The tour guide shared fascinating facts about the city's history.
The tour guide shared fascinating facts about the city's history.
Glance.
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 A brief look or examination.
一瞥、浏览、快速看。
He took a glance at his watch and realized he was late.
He took a glance at his watch and realized he was late.
A quick glance at the report revealed several errors.
A quick glance at the report revealed several errors.
At first glance, the problem seemed simple.
At first glance, the problem seemed simple.
Anyone.
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 Any person, anybody.
任何人、有人、谁。
Anyone can join the club, there are no prerequisites.
Anyone can join the club, there are no prerequisites.
Anyone can learn to cook with the right instructions.
Anyone can learn to cook with the right instructions.
Anyone interested can sign up for the workshop.
Anyone interested can sign up for the workshop.
Heat.
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 The quality of being hot, high temperature.
热、高温、激情。
The heat wave prompted officials to issue a health advisory.
The heat wave prompted officials to issue a health advisory.
The heat in the desert can be overwhelming.
The heat in the desert can be overwhelming.
The heat from the fire was intense.
The heat from the fire was intense.
Where?
Wear.
Where?
To have something on one's body as clothing.
穿着、戴、耗损。
You should wear comfortable shoes for hiking.
You should wear comfortable shoes for hiking.
It's important to wear sunscreen to protect your skin.
It's important to wear sunscreen to protect your skin.
It's important to wear a helmet when riding a bike.
It's important to wear a helmet when riding a bike.
Man.
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 An adult male person.
男人，人类，勇士。
The man was waiting for his friend outside the cinema.
The man was waiting for his friend outside the cinema.
The man was reading a newspaper on the park bench.
The man was reading a newspaper on the park bench.
The man paused to tie his shoe.
The man paused to tie his shoe.
Van.
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 Used for comparison to indicate a difference.
比，超过，而不是。
She loves him more than anything in the world.
She loves him more than anything in the world.
She knew more about the subject than anyone else.
She knew more about the subject than anyone else.
He knew more about the subject than he let on.
He knew more about the subject than he let on.